I do wonder what's going to happen with the artifact weapons post-Legion. Are they just going to be phased... like, I presume we're still going to have them, but they aren't going to be useful anymore, or something? Well, like, the next weapon we'll get is just better. We'll get a new artifact thing. I'm not sure. But basically, the reason artifacts are as powerful as they are is because we're just going to use them for this one expansion, and that's it. After that, oh, I didn't realize I only got King's Blood petals. Okay, that's annoying. With mining, it seems you get more chunks than you do get petals in herbalism. I didn't even get a single King's Blood there. Well, at least here I got 2.5. 1.5, sorry, I misread it twice. 2.7, I should say. 1.7, Christ. But yeah, my one panic and worry is that we won't be keeping the... let's just get rid of these. We won't be keeping the... give me a second. We won't be keeping the artifact weapons, that they'll be disappeared. It would make sense. They're too integral to the Legion expansion to do so, but I'm worried Blizzard would do it regardless. They're just going to shit the bed and fuck things up. So at the very least, I need to make sure I have Paladin fully done. After that, I can worry about the rest of the classes. Still have to work on getting them all up. That's going to take a while. Going to take a while indeed. Especially since I need to run Kyrok again. I suppose I don't need to, but I want to have each zone finished to the best of my abilities. And it's well within my abilities to level up a character again. I've done it once, I've done it many a time, I can do it again. Though it is going to be painful. I probably wouldn't do as much mining as I did on Kyrok again. One annoying thing one thing I find annoying about the names I come up with, they sound great. But Kyrok, that sounds cool. Probably isn't a very fan of how the word looks. It sounds much more appealing than it is visually. And it's annoying. Because, like, I'm just thinking of, you know, other fiction, and they can come up with plenty cool names that don't look horrible. But then again, maybe I'm just too harsh on myself. Or at least Kyrok is one of the nicer ones. So, yeah, either or. Well, not either or, but it's not necessarily mutually exclusive. Oh, my English is failing. Maybe I'm being harsh on myself, just saying that Kyrok may be one of the nicer examples of my work, so it might be fair to judge from there. It's actually unusual to have to be dealing with such aggro radiuses. Unusual indeed. Oh, there, I got 14 King's Blood petals there. That's good. Now I have 2. This was Abercrombie's original place. Oh, she's a rare? Eliza, Bride of the Embalmer. That's a spoiler, I do believe, to talk about her. I'll mention her later. If I forget, remind me in the comments. Then again, I do believe it'll come up in the quest chain anyway, like she'll be referenced, so we can worry about her then. Also, fair few barn owls out here, but no barns. Weird. I presume barn owls spontaneously generate wherever there is barns. So, must be a barn around here somewhere. A weathered grave. Okay, I'm ignoring this guy unless he dismounts me. This might be it up here. The weathered grave I know is a quest. I'm thinking I might grab it now. Though I am kind of breaking the order here. It's these guys I want to kill. Adventurers are such hypocrites. Like you just found your weapon on the side of the road. Yo, I kind of forgot I had had the Crimson Solution. I'm not used to having to use it.
I need to target something first.
But yes, that was Maria del Sirius. Maria de Sirius. And she is the Thief of the Dead. And she drops an old history book. Which is so bound and unique, but doesn't seem to start any quests. Maybe it doesn't start any quests yet. Maybe you have to have a certain degree of progress before it does. Let me look it up. An old history book, wow. Yep, she drops the quest, but... Well, she drops the book, but there's no quest still attached. That's depressing. Because I swore I got a new thing. Irritant. What's that? Mage Royal. Alright. Do need to try and keep up my profession level at least somewhat. Don't like the idea of just getting a ton of chunks and petals. Just I'm missing out on, you know, more. Forlorn Row. The weathered grave marker reads simply, Morgan Lattimore. Upon further examination, you notice that the dirt over the grave has been recently disturbed, and that a good amount of the dirt seems to have been displaced. Speak with Sarah Von Indy. Sierra Von Indy? That's a reference to something. I know, a name like that just sounds like a reference. Okay. And down here is some more mage oil. And some iron. While I was saying before I wouldn't be focusing as much on all this, I really do need to pay some attention to it, because I can't be falling behind. Well, I can be, but I don't want to. Because I just feel like doing so will be wrong. Just gut feeling. Oh, that's how we get Swift Thistle. I kind of forgot that Swift Thistle was so gained via Briar Thorn and whatnot. I thought Swift Thistle had, I've kind of figured, without really thinking about it much, that Swift Thistle had its own node, like most plants do. Very few herbs you gather via gathering another one. Yes, that's a herb with a H. I remember reading a thing on it before. Apparently the Americans are pronouncing it how it was originally said, well, the English adopted a a thing of pronouncing words as they are spelt, and that's why there's the difference. Like a herb is originally a French word. English is such a mixed and muddled language. It's picks from every other one. Oh, wild steel bloom. Didn't realize they they spawned here. I really need to empty my inventory. Get rid of that. And there. Now we'll make our way back to Duskwood. I am annoyed over that old history book. I suppose if it's not relevant, it doesn't need to, I don't need to have it. It's actually really annoying me that you can't do anything with that. In the Blasted Lands, you can go talk to an NPC to reset the Blasted Lands to its Kata state, pre-Iron Horde invasion. I wish there was an NPC you could talk to reset any of the other zones to their pre-Kata condition. And you can even do the quests in those areas. It would be so much nicer. Because there's some old quests that everyone wants to see. Like the pre-Kata version of a quest chain in the Blasted Lands. The quest chain in the Blasted Lands was a 20-something to 30-part quest. I thought it was so cool when I was younger. And I really do like the idea of it now. It was this really long quest where you have to go from the Blasted Lands over here, maybe to a few other places, but one place I remember for certain you had to go was to Ashara. And you had to go to southern Ashara, to a elite zone down there, and where you had to kill mountain giants, or at least navigate around mountain giants, probably killing a few, to collect crystal, which was actually mountain giant shit. It was another one of those many poop quests in WoW. But anyway, the crystal had some properties that were useful in the slaying of a demon. There was some demon in the Blasted Lands that it had like enslaved a ton of people by the Dark Portal. It was a major thorn in the side, so you go kill it, and it was really cool. I thought it was just a really cool thing. Of course, I was a lot younger at the time, but yeah, maybe I was just excited as a kid, kind of thing, and it wasn't actually as cool as I remember it to be. Maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia, but I would like to be able to see for myself if that's the case, and I certainly can't with the quest no longer being in the game, and only a pale imitation of it being there now. They have the Demon Hunter NPC that you meet in Ashara. Yeah, so you meet a Demon Hunter all the way back in Classic. That was lag. You meet a Demon Hunter all the way back in Ashara back in Classic. He turns up in this new quest, and it was a nice callback. I prefer to just play the original one. I remember at the time Cataclysm was my least favorite expansion. Part of me feels like maybe it was just because I was so burnt out on it, but I'm not sure. So, like, I was getting pretty burnt out on WoW at that time, so sorry, whenever I mention burnout I end up thinking of I got a BlizzCon pet for my 15th birthday. Well, I got a BlizzCon ticket, and I'm just trying to re-angle this. I got a BlizzCon ticket for my birthday, and I was burnt out on the game, and I was expecting to get a code in an email, but the pet was sent to me in-game, and I didn't know until the month had passed, and I lost the pet. And I'm fucking depressed about it whenever I bring that up, because I was, birthday present, and I never got it. Fucking depressing. I feel like shit now.
Well met.
Don't go thinking that was too easy. Far greater dangers lurk deeper in the woods.
That bag is full.
Watchmaster's just sitting down. This place is really popular with our peers, it seems. Plenty of stuff out there to sell. Plenty of stuff. I need bigger bags. There's this. I think this might be the only way to get flash bundles. I'm not sure why why it's only doing 0 damage. They might scale off int, and since I don't have int anymore, I can't do any damage with them. It would be weird for them to scale off int though. It was just I was tossing that idea out that it scales off a stat I no longer have. But meh.
See you around.
That was weird. At ease, rogue. If you're just passing through, I suggest you stick to the roads and travel only by day. If your business is here in Darkshire, considering lending your abilities to the Night Watch. Our skills without question, but our numbers are small. No, your skill is with plenty of question. You're level 45. Your other Night Watch people are like level 28. Your Watch Captain is level 29. Plenty of question. The Hermit. I've been told there's signs of activity at Beggar's Hunt. People have reported seeing lights in the tower to the east of town. Few will be bold enough to stay that close to Deadwood Pass. You're the first to report since I've learned about this. Go check it out and make sure whatever is in there is human. The Night Watch. I'm afraid you're all I've got to. I'm afraid you're all I've got to help here, Kulgoroth. Sorman's forces are so taxed by greater evils they can't spare a single footman to protect Darkshire. It's up to me and the rest of the Night Watch to keep our homes safe. There's more threats here than just wolves, unfortunately. Rotting horrors roam near Blind Mary's Hunt on the southeast outskirts. If they're not kept in check, they'll be visiting our homes in the night. Deal with the undead and report back to me for your bounty.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
Look, sir, I really don't want any trouble. By the light, you actually went and got it? I'm shocked. Suppose I owe you a thanks for returning it to the archives. If you're serious about this, I'll help you, Kulgoroth. I know where the other documents must be. I'm just too terrified to do anything about it. There's only a few places that those horrible Nightbane beasts gather when they're not prowling the forest. There's only a few places that those horrible Nightbane beasts gather when they're not prowling the forest. One of them's the rotting orchard to the south. They use the buildings there as their dens, so if they haven't eaten the other documents, you might find one there. But you'll have to search their lairs thoroughly, I wager.
Safe travels. Need help?
Morgan Lattimore. Ah, yes, of course. His was a long, sorrowful tale. I knew him, well, before he left for the war. But that was the last time I saw him. A noble and good man he was. But he suffered a bad end. Here, I should have something here that can tell the tale better than my own recollections. He searches through the shelves and comes up with a leather-bound book. If you'd like to know more, you might ask Althea. She's been the one to handle the trouble with him of late.
Go with honor, friend.
Actually, I get the book for doing the quest, for turning in this quest. Okay, thought I already had it. Morgan Lattimore? Never heard of... Oh, you mean Moral Adam. I guess you haven't heard his story. Well, I'll give you the short version. Powerful undead calling itself Moral Adam has been wandering Duskwood. From what we've gathered, appears to be the undead body of Morgan Lattimore, of whom you apparently know. He's been causing all sorts of problems. Attacking watchmen on patrol, killing people. She sizes you up. You seem capable enough. Maybe you could lay him to rest. From what my scouts tell me, Moral Adam wanders throughout to Duskwood, following a strange meandering path through the cemetery. We buried him out past the hill, past the house on the hill. You know where that is? There isn't anything I can do to help you, but I wish you luck. I wish you good luck.